Hello, my BBPs, my blessed, beautiful people. It is your girl, your life strategist, Samira Acheampong with Synergy Lifestyle Strategies. And I'm here to share some information with you because I just love sharing information. But before we get this info session started, let's go ahead and click on our self-awareness button that's located to the right of our heart. This is just symbolic that we are inviting your higher power, my higher power, into this info sharing session for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Is that okay? So let's get into it. What I'm going to talk about today is some of the casualties of growing up in childhood trauma. While there are many, I only have time right now to talk about a couple, if that even, right? What I want to talk about is dealing with a father who was bipolar schizophrenic and self-medicated himself with drugs and alcohol to mitigate that, and a codependent mother who pretty much had a lot of loyalty and a lot of sympathy for her husband. And as a result of that, when you are growing up with those two type of parents, as a child, your needs can kind of get neglected. Well, they can get neglected. And the things that you should really be focused on as a parent, which are your children, don't get that attention. And so one of the things that I would deal with specifically in this home was the issue of privacy. Like, being private was so important. One of the things we were told growing up in this household is keep family business in the house. Like, you were not able to talk to anybody about anything that was going on in the house because you were conditioned to keep this level of privacy. And the reason why the privacy was so huge was because the parents were trying to protect what was going on. They didn't want their reputation perhaps to get out there. Maybe they didn't want a level of accountability to be placed upon them for some of the things that were going on in the house. You know, it a myriad of reasons why privacy was a big issue. And a lot of it was shame, if we can just be quite honest. Nobody wanted people to know what was going on. And I don't know if this is only common to a dysfunctional family, but it was very common in my home. And as a result, as an adult today, I'm still conditioned with that privacy. Like, there are things that if I'm talking to somebody and I feel like it's private, it might not even be anything that's a big deal. I might say, don't share this with anybody, or, I might preface it with a disclaimer like, this is between us. And people will say to me, what is it that you are afraid of people to know? So I'm still working with that. Thank God for therapy. I am in therapy and I'm so grateful for it because as a result of therapy, I am healing every day. And I'm really giving a voice to people that are recovering, overcoming childhood trauma. A lot of things we tend to not want to share because we have this privacy clause within our brainwash or what have you. But more than I want to be private, I want to help people. This is the cup that the Lord has given me, and I want to be a good steward of the experiences the Lord allowed me to overcome. Okay, so with the help of Jesus Christ and my therapy, I can talk about things that would really be a struggle for me to talk about. Even the fact that I'm making this video is a testament to my healing journey. I'm a more confident person. I'm not ashamed of anything that has happened in my past because that is not my future, and I'm not protecting anything that I did not have any control over. So that's where I'm at with all of this. And I share this information with so much heartfelt for my mom, God bless her, because this is not easy information to share publicly. So one of the other situations that you deal with is always feeling like you have to control the outcome. Because when you grow up in a house of dysfunction, you're trying to be the referee for everything. You are trying to calm situations down. You are trying to manage emotions, and they're not even yours. They are of the people who they're your parents. Okay. And you're trying to make sure that everybody is okay because you know what could happen in that house if everybody's not okay. So getting back to the bipolar, schizophrenic father who was a substance abuser, he would medicate himself with drugs and alcohol. So with that, you don't know what to expect from a person like that, pretty much. Their behavior is very inconsistent. So you're always scaling the room. You're always watching because you want to be prepared and ready at any given moment for what could happen. So even when things are not happening, you are still uneasy. You don't feel safe. You just feel always guarded. Okay. And these are some of the things that people growing up in childhood trauma, dysfunctional families, deal with. When there's family violence going on, you are feeling like you need to protect one of the parents that are being injured. It's a lot of things that you feel as a child that you have control over, but you really do not. And those things don't leave you as you become an adult. They really show up in different ways. I myself have even gotten into a relationship as a result of that was codependent and dealt with some really dysfunctional behaviors. And I understood that I didn't want to repeat this cycle, so I needed to get the therapy so I would not attract these type of people. Okay? And I want to let anybody out there know that you can overcome childhood trauma. Okay? You can overcome the controlling, the feeling of uneasiness, being overly private. That is something you can absolutely overcome. And God, He has so many different principles in the Bible that teach us how to overcome these challenges. And I want to share with you some of the scriptures that have been really instrumental to me in healing from these behaviors, okay? So if you allow me to take you to Isaiah 54:4, and it says, I gotta put these girls on, do not fear disgrace. You will not be humiliated. You will forget the shame of your youth and remember no more the reproach. So this is God telling us and me that I don't have to feel ashamed about anything that I went through in my childhood because those were not the choices that I made. Those were the choices that were made for me. And even when I got myself into those situations, the word of God was so helpful to bring me out. So this information is for the community of people that want to heal and to be overcome, live life at peace.